Everybody get up.
Your first year players were outstanding today.
Our first year players have been good all year. I mean, Sebastian has had a fantastic season. I mean, if you look at his game today, his centre clearances were outstanding. The first 2 quarters he played through the centre. By hand or by foot he got the clearances all day. His ruck work to advantage was second to none. I mean, and not only that, but his follow-up work at ground level, you can't ask for more from a first-year player, and his general play around the ground was fantastic. I mean, in the other end of the scale, Brody, his first quarter where he's in and under at the centre clearances, again, by hand and by foot, he got us back straight out and back into attack. And, I mean, to capitalise on the day, I mean, a fantastic mark in front of a large pack coming down on top of him, a long kick. He was right under it, took a fantastic mark, and his general clearance work all day was outstanding. Sam, again, couldn't have asked for more from a first-year player. His defensive work this weekend was fantastic. He was at the stoppages. He was on the right side of where the ball was going. He's willing to close the spaces all day. Certainly lock the ball in, and his reading of the play is fantastic, and his ability to run both ways is a real asset to the team. I mean, again, another tall Anton. I mean, he's just outstanding. His marking, his aerial skills are second to none, and his willingness to put his head over the ball when the ball's on the ground, you can't ask much more. And I mean, that's following on from a great game the week before. He certainly put his best performance in for the year. I mean, down in the forward line, I mean, how can you go past Hutto? He's a goal kicker. I mean, on Sunday he showed it again with a 45-metre goal on the left foot, straight over the umpire's head, no questions asked. He's marking inside 50. I mean, for a small forward, taking 4 or 5 marks a game inside 50 is fantastic. His ability to move and weave around players and hit up options like he did with Millsy is fantastic. So no, I couldn't be happier with our first year players.
You controlled the centre and stoppages all game.
Oh look, our tools were fantastic. I mean, that's where the game starts from, and it's vitally important that you win that statistic to come out on top. And I mean, Liam's game was outstanding. I mean, his mark tally for the day was in double digits, and you get a tall taking that many marks. I mean, he shot for goal. He must have had 4 or 5 shots for goal, which you can't ask more from your ruckman pushing down hard. He's willing to stay back and hold the press, which is vital. And of course, when you've got the kicking efficiency of Liam, you're certainly going to go a long way to having a good day. I mean, Rekka started the game in the ruck, and I mean there we found another ruckman. Not only can he play in the ruck, he push forward, kicks goals. His willingness to work hard, and of course his long kicking to advantage is outstanding. He didn't look all that good in a Banyul jumper. I think he certainly he fits the mould of Heidelberg a lot more than Banyul, but anyway, his 4 quarter effort was fantastic. I mean, Millsy, again another tall. He plays above his height. His overhead marking's outstanding. He reads the play. I mean, with a fella that can have a shot from the boundary line. I mean, it was Ackermanis-like the way he just went back and almost put that goal through. And I mean, his willingness to use both sides of his body gives us a huge advantage. Of course, Jed, he does it week in, week out. He runs, he gets clearances for us, he breaks the line, and I mean, that's what someone that should be doing at not such a tall player, but he just gains distance for us. He controls the ruck all day and he's fantastic. And I mean, we lost Cambo just before the game, and I mean, he's certainly another big tool that we rely on every day, and it was a great performance that we could go in without Cambo, but geez, we'll welcome him back next game.
Across all lines.
Oh, look, we do. Not only do we have great tools, I mean, our mids and our smalls are fantastic. I mean the old Collingwood 6-footers, that's what Tackers Y have got right across the ground. I mean, Angus's game, he was at the foot of the pack all day. Wherever the ball spilled, Angus was there. He's strong work, a lot of clearances, used his hands to advantage, and certainly set up many opportunities. I mean, Riley P's game, I mean, just look at the statistics. I mean, he racked up the possessions. He played a clearing and sweeping role for a lot of the game, locked it in with our press. And probably most importantly, he held his position. And when you're surging forward like Tackers Y do, you need those players that are willing to hold their position. Riley P, he's a strong player. I mean, he's the player that against the flow of play, he's the one that stops the ball. He stops the attack by the other team going down into their defence. He's the one that holds up our press and heads it back into our attacking position. I mean, Harry, or H, has been fantastic all year. He's a seasoned campaigner. He puts his head over the ball every week. He controls that outer wing, and certainly with dash and flair, he really does add something to Tackers Y. I mean, his willingness to run both ways certainly holds us in good stead week in, week out, and we certainly couldn't do without him on that outer wing each week. I mean, Das, again, he's one of those players that can play tall or small, which is vital in any team. His run and carry is outstanding. I mean, his evasive skills, very similar to Chris Yarran, is outstanding. And kicking efficiency, I mean, he's certainly leading the comp, or high up in the comp in that. And that gives us a lot of distance week in, week out. And his ground level work is second to none. And when you're a goal scorer, you're an advantage to any team. I mean, another one who's in that gives us great balance is Jack. I mean, he's tough, he's strong, he's hard at the footy, and he certainly plays. He can play tall or short, which is vital for us. Again, kicks to advantage. I mean, he just doesn't waste an opportunity, and he just brings other players into it. And the play on the boundary line in front of the members, I mean, he just had it on a string as he took it around the members' side, and the crowd were going wild. But I mean, that's Jack. He loves the audience, and he plays fantastic footy. I mean, Riley H, I mean, he's attacking the ball, threw him into the centre today. He was outstanding in the centre. He's an ideal forward pocket player. He picks up kicks. He's always where the ball's going to fall, and that's what you want. I mean, he injured his finger during the game, and still outstanding. Just makes the most of his opportunities every week.
You had a lot of strong contributors today.
Oh, look, yes. I mean, certainly would have been very hard to do the votes this week. I mean, Charlie was a standout and well-deserved medal of the opposition team. I mean, his desire to get his own footy, I mean, that's where Charlie's grown over the last 6 to 8 weeks. He sees footy, gets footy, and that's one of our catch cries each week. And his ability to get to the contest, his clearances once he gets there, puts it into our advantage. I mean, he's got quick hands, quick feet, so he never gets caught with the ball. And I mean, certainly on the half forward flank there, he's 1 on 3. He's 10 metres behind the ball, and he gets to the course of the contest. We get a turnover, it turns into a goal. I mean, that's Charlie's goal. It's a great team effort. I mean, Michael, again, fantastic player. He's just grown week in, week out. He's in and under. His advantage is that he just gets to every contest. And when you get to every contest, you're a real chance of being a good player. And he's a fantastic player. And, I mean, he just keeps building week in, week out. And he certainly deserved the medal this week. I mean, Jordan, again, a seasoned player. I mean, he's got so many games under his belt for such a young player. I mean, he is the lifeblood of Tackers Y. Again, his willingness to go when he needs to go is outstanding. His run and carry, I mean, in the forward pocket there, Rekka went to him. I mean, he carried the ball, 15, 20 metres, drove it long into our forward line, set up shots on goal. I mean, very similar to Sam Mitchell. I mean, you can't ask much more. And I guess when you're willing to drop into the hole, get into that defensive play, you're a real asset for any team, and Tackers Y certainly can't do without him.
You have strong leadership across the ground.
Oh, look, leadership's fantastic. I mean, push-ups let us out this week, and I mean, there's no better captain. I mean, he's the lifeblood of Heidelberg. He's tough, he's strong. All he wants is the footy. He sets the example firstly on the track. He could win the training award every week. He comes to training, he wants to learn, he wants to improve. I mean, just look at his hard running on the weekend. Ball rebounding back into the forward line. He broke through 3 or 4 tackles, ran 15 metres, sent it long into our forward line. I mean, a great captain's effort and a great example for his younger players. I mean, he plays that sweeping run-through role fantastically. But his clearance work, is second to none. I mean, last minute of the play, gets in the centre, clears the ball, runs 15-20 metres, has a bounce, just about to send it long, and the game's over. So he's a fantastic captain, and he played a fantastic game all day.
How's your injury list looking going into the next half of the season?
Oh, look, injuries play a bigger part in any football. I mean, a lot of it comes down to luck, but the couple of weeks break will do us good. I mean, we've got Zach on the sideline. I mean, you lose one of your best ball players, one of your best runners. It's always hard to cover it. I mean, Zach will do all the rehabilitation. We'll get him back right before we play him. He's too much of a good player to risk. He again, Heidelberg spirit. He was down there Sunday with the boys, getting them ready for the big game against Banyul, and you can't ask any more than that from your injured players. We'll get Cambo back, as I said earlier, and he'll add to that height and strength that we need going into this second half of the year.
There's been a big focus on umpiring this year. How do you see it?
Look, across the competition, the umpiring's been fantastic. And look, a really high level. I mean, we're fortunate. We've got the best in the business with Bill. I mean, keeps the ball flowing. I mean, there's never any questions about decisions. I mean, they're always 100% accurate, fair right across the board, and certainly no complaints from Tackers Y around the umpiring. I mean, this week, Women's Week, we went for a female goal umpire. I think the first time this year that's been done. A lot of tough decisions, a lot of long shots coming in, a lot of packs right in the boundary line from shots, but no technology, and again, no mistakes. Just fantastic. Couldn't have been more pleased with the umpiring performance across the game and across the year.
So what do you expect for the rest of the year?
Look, we only got 1 week at a time. We've got a 2-week break, and then we'll put all our time and effort into looking at Ivano, looking at their strengths and weaknesses. I mean, we'll send down some talent scouts, have a look at them, and but we'll look no further than that 1 week. That'll be it for us. So it'll be a week's break, a couple of weeks break, get the boys fresh, and that will be it. Any more questions? Thanks. Well done, Liam.
Jake. Well done, Sam. Go, Charlie.
Oh, well done, Liam.